A few tools that Titan has to help us monitor our athletes are embedded directly into the team stats page. In a previous video, we discussed different types of charts and the differences between them. Some of these differences help us monitor athletes simply by the way the chart is set up. A player compare chart, for instance, allows us to color code an athlete's output based off certain intensities. So I can set the color bands in a top speed chart to turn green at 16 mile an hour, to turn orange at 20 mile per hour, and red at 21 miles per hour. This allows me to get a good snapshot of what athletes' outputs were in practice and target certain interventions for guys. For instance, if our athletes are still blue and they should have been exposed to top speed, okay, well, these guys probably need to go do some sprints tomorrow, or I need to have a conversation about recovery, or maybe they're dealing with a nagging injury that they're not necessarily telling me about because they think I'm going to hold them out from practice. The next type of chart is that player compare chart. A player compare chart allows us to see an athlete's output relative to both a minimum and a maximum threshold that I personally set for them. As the athlete's output for the week approaches the min value, it's going to start turning from blue to green. When that same output is approaching the maximum threshold, it's going to start turning orange. And when it crosses that max output, it's going to turn red, easily flagging where athletes are, whether this is a volume metric or an intensity metric that we were talking about earlier. Setting these up in team stats allows you to have your finger on the pulse of your team while still being able to do all of the other things that you need to do as a coach. When you click on add charts, you're going to have several different options here for the different styles of charts that you can pick. If you choose that player targets chart, it's going to pop up like a chart like this. Once you select the metric that you want to see and you click on the settings options, you can set those minimum and max values here for those thresholds to change colors. I set these based off certain values that I see throughout the week and adjust them every Sunday in our coaches game plan meeting. You can set both individual thresholds and team-wide thresholds from the settings menu as well.